Hello, I'm Paul Cummins. I'm a vet in Ballinrobe in County Mayo. 28 years qualified. And the principal in a 4-vet practice. And I'm here today with Kevin Moran and his farm, and we're going to talk about the Duggan range of fertility products.
My name is Kevin Moran. I'm a customer of Paul's. I'm farming in Caherlistrane on primarily leased ground, milking 270 cows on 105 hectares.
Kevin, you're nearly finished calving at this stage, or as good as finished. Last year you used the Duggan range of fertility products for synchronising both cows and mostly heifers for sex semen. How did you get on, or what did you think? How did it go overall?
Overall, Paul, it went very well, I felt. We use synchronisation, I suppose, as a tool to try and minimise the number of dairy bulls that we have on the ground. So we want to keep using grassland genetics in terms of crossbreeding and high EBI. And so what we do is we typically aim to bring in 50 heifers every year. So all 50 heifers are synchronised and they all get sex semen. And our 50 best cows in terms of EBI get synchronised and sex semen as well, and everything else.
And
dairy beef.
What sort of results or what sort of feedback do you have from using the products?
So last year we achieved in the cows 71% non-return rate or conception rate first service to the synchronisation program, and on the heifers just 60%, just shy of 60%. We were quite happy with that.
Yeah, that's good going on a national rate. That's good figures for it. And do you intend to do the same again this year for sex semen again?
Yes, yeah, and I suppose I feel that research is saying that unless you have collars, that synchronisation is really either collars or synchronisation are the two ways that you'll achieve the highest conception rates with sex semen.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I feel the synchronisation is done primarily because of that. But I suppose that the added benefit has been from a labour point of view and a simplicity point of view. We get all our replacement heifers on the ground in the first few days of calving next spring.
Yeah, excellent. Just a couple of pointers on using fertility devices. A package or a profile is only as good as the product you use and how you use it. So attention to detail is paramount, both on timing, on the profile, and on cleanliness. This is a typical device for inserting your progesterone device into the vagina of a cow. They need to be clean, and they need to be clean and slightly disinfected in between every cow. Your vet will advise you on a profile to do with your 2 shots of GnRH, your device insertion, and your 2 shots of progesterone, and the exact timing for it. Timing is critical. You need the farmer needs to be online with time, with the injections at the prescribed time according to the profile, and the AI man or woman or multiples of them need to be lined up as well for large numbers. Other little details, this needs a little bit of lubricant when it's been inserted, especially into heifers, and they seem to tolerate it very well. And injectable minerals at the start of the program have had great increases in conception rates, especially if the animal may be a little bit underweight or not quite old enough to be done. Kevin, have you any other things to add to using these?
I suppose just maybe having used other products, I found that Duggan's progesterone device has been, you don't lose any. It seems to be a bit more comfortable on the actual, on more so heifers, obviously. That can be a bit more difficult. But I suppose from the point of view of sitting down with yourself, Paul, as my vet at the start of the year, and making a herd health plan for the year, and the fertility plan plays a big part of that. And I suppose exactly what you've just said, you've me scared that it's relatively unforgiving. So in terms of timing and all the rest of it, we ensure that we have enough labour around the place, and even just in between calving and breeding, to ensure that all our products are there ready to go. And just following we sit down and we fill up our calendar based on the conversation with yourself, and we come at it. We're quite meticulous in terms of timings and follow the calendar as best we can.
Perfect. And I suppose one last point, the progesterone device themselves have either a string or a plastic cable for removal. In most cases, they're too long for the heifers we're dealing with, especially if any of these animals have to be kept inside during the period of time. The heifers and cows tend to pull them out. So you may need to cut the device string to length beforehand. It helps with retention rates.
So Paul, I'm told there's different progesterone devices on the market. So I suppose, what are the differences in them from a farmer's point of view? I don't fully understand.
Basically, on the Irish market at the moment, there's 3 devices, prescription only products. And the difference in them is the shape of them, the size of them, and the amount of progesterone in them. The other 2 in the market, one is a T-shaped device, rather like the one we're talking about at the moment in Duggan's, and the other one is a triangular device. Differences are there's less progesterone in Duggan's product. There's 1 gram versus 1.38 grams in the other 2, and the shape of them. In judging from the results we've been getting, and you've got yourself, there doesn't seem to be any massive differences in response and in success rates, and the comfort level, especially in heifers, seems to be better, and the retention level is as good, if not better, than the main players and the established players in the market.
So I suppose on the back of one of the wettest springs that I've ever farmed in, just wanted to thank you, Paul, for all of your help, and looking forward to what will hopefully be another successful breeding season.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's good to be appreciated, and we'll hopefully have another successful breeding year using Duggan's products again.
Good stuff.